My name is Chris Esper, and I'm a filmmaker based out of Massachusetts. This is going to be a first of a weekly series of vlogs I'll be doing, all having to do with my journey in filmmaking. I'll be talking about movies I make, projects I'm doing, give some tips and advice, also do some movie reviews every once in a while. This is basically just going to be my thoughts on film. To start, I was born and raised in New Jersey, and always loved film as a kid. Of course, I always went to the video store. That was another big thing for me. I lived right across the street from one, and I used to walk there by myself all the time, just rent movie after movie after movie. Heck, even the first girl I ever had a crush on worked at the video store. I used to talk with her as though I was so cool talking about movies, but she couldn't care less. Before I really got into making movies, I actually started out doing acting. I did a lot of theater. I even tried my hand at stand-up comedy, and did a little bit of puppetry, did a lot of performing, and tried my hand at stop-motion animation when I got my first camera. This was my first camera. This is a Canon DC-210. It is it's an ancient camera. Records to mini DVDs. I started out making these little YouTube movies, and they were pretty awful. All the movies I did, they all just starred me because I had no actors, and none of my friends wanted to be in it, so it was always just me. And it was funny because I could think of one of my favorite situations was I was doing a silent film, and I wanted to get the door to break down because the character forgot his keys. So I'm doing all these crazy moves on my porch. Neighbors are passing by, and they're thinking, what in the world is he doing? But it was a fun time of self-discovery, discovering what I love to do. I knew I wanted to be a filmmaker because I found that I could combine everything I love, from the acting to the comedy, the puppetry, the animation, film, photography, art in general, just everything into one medium, and that's when I decided I wanted to be a filmmaker. Thus far, one of my biggest successes was a little 12-minute drama I did called Still Life, and it was a personal story about an artist who learns through critique and failure how to grow as an artist. It was something I was going through because when I was in college, I never once experienced somebody giving me any sort of constructive criticism or feedback. So it was the first time for me when I did that, and so I kind of used that to tell my story about learning how to grow as an artist. After Still Life, I ended up doing a couple of web shows, including A Guy Going Crazy, Puppetix, Van Night Brothers, In the Bedroom, just so many great web shows. And then following that, I did a couple other little films, including the Project Greenlight competition, where I made a film called Always a Reason that was written by Don Tempesta, and that film also played in about 8 or 9 film festivals, and that was very exciting, won a few awards. My most recent film I did was a comedy called Please Punish Me. It's about a businessman who is overly blessed in life, so he seeks to be punished for his curse. Thus far, it's gone to 4 film festivals, which is very exciting. I'm still submitting it. The next project I'm currently in pre-production on is a short satirical thriller called The Very Proper Man, and it tells the story of Edgar, a man who attempts to clean up society one slob at a time. We go into production in January. I'm very excited about this. So that's pretty much who I am. If you have any questions for me, leave them in the comments below. My goal is to just kind of give back what I've learned to an audience and share my experiences with those who also want to get into filmmaking. So I hope you enjoy this, and I'll see you on the next episode.